Okay, guys, as promised, I'm going to go ahead and go through the evens with you. You guys are going to do the odds. And let's get started. So rationalizing the denominator. Remember, we cannot have a radical on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply both the top and the bottom by rad 6. And I'll end up with 24 rad 6 over 6. Remember, 6 times 6 would be rad 36, but the square root of 36 is 6. So 24 divided by 6, well, I can actually do that. So that would give me 4. And then this rad 6, it's protected in that radical, so it would stay the same. And my answer would be 4 rad 6. Okay, well, I need to get rid of the radical on the bottom here. So I'm going to multiply by a rad 7 and a rad 7. And I'm going to have 3 rad 21 over 7. Well, there's actually nothing I can simplify here. 21 doesn't have any perfect squares in it. So your answer is simply 3 rad 21 over 7. All right, well, here's where things get a little bit trickier. So I'm going to multiply this by, well, let's see. Let's go ahead and reduce this first. So I'm going to know that this can go into 75 divided by 5. Off the top of my head, I'm thinking it's 15. It's 15. So I'm going to divide these both by rad 5 to start. Okay. So I'm going to be left with 2. This rad will cancel out. And this will become rad 15 on the bottom. Okay, so I'm reducing these both, dividing them both by rad 5. 5 divided by 5 is simply 1. So those would go away, and rad 75 divided by rad 5 would be rad 15. Now it's going to be a little bit easier to multiply by rad 15 and multiply by rad 15. And I'll end up with 2 rad 15 over 15 as my answer. Okay, well now it says, hey, simplify this. This is just a review of a previous homework. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to think of the biggest perfect square that can go into 50. And that would be 25 times 2. Well, the square root of 25 is 5, right? I have 2 5s, so those would come out since it's square, right? And 5, and then this 2 is left over, so it would be 5 rad 2 is my answer. And then down here it says factor the polynomial. Well, they don't have a number that goes in common, but they do have an x. And I always take the x with the smallest exponent, don't I? So I pull out an x squared, and I'm left with x minus 4. And that is as simplified as it can go. That is a short and sweet summary of your homework. I feel like you can do 5 problems. Bye, guys. Come to office hours Tuesdays from 12:30 to 1 if you have questions, or email me or something. You need to tell me if you need help. Bye.